Hey, what's up, y'all? Y'all know my slogan. I don't know it all, but I know what I've been through. Now, before we get into this video, please make sure you head on down to Instagram and follow us on our official Instagram page at Hookah Anonymous _. We're able to be a little more explicit, a little more uncensored, and share content freely without running the risk of having our channel terminated. So, once again, make sure you head on down to Instagram and follow us on our official Instagram page at Hookah Anonymous _. We're almost at 100,000 subscribers. So if you like this video, make sure you subscribe and hit that bell so you're notified every time we drop new content. Now let's get into what you guys came here to see. Now, you may or may have not heard by now the big commotion that happened at Bayside Mall located in Miami, Florida. And before I get into everything, let me just tell YouTube now, this video is simply for entertainment purposes only, and everything stated is simply based off my own observation and speculation all over social media. Now, I know y'all seen the title and probably automatically assume that it's just bizarre, it's crazy, conspiracy theory, I get it. And so did we at first. However, even if you don't believe that there were UFOs or extraterrestrial beings like witnesses say, the thing that's going to make you feel something going on is the reasoning behind the large police presence that the police report said was the cause. Now, here's my thing. I always tell y'all that this planet is way too big for you to just think that we are the only ones that exist here. You have to be a very closed-minded individual to think that there's no other beings in this realm besides us. However, the government is going to do any and everything in their power to stop us from knowing this, despite classified documents revealed by Trump on extraterrestrials actually existing. People still believe that they don't because it pretty much goes against what they call normal. Now, however, this story is very interesting to say the least because there's plenty of witnesses speaking about what they saw, followed by unusual behavior by the city of Miami, where people have reported losing power and their phones not being able to have service while all of this was happening. Could it just be a coincidence? Or was the city of Miami trying to make sure its residents don't go speaking on what's going on in efforts of covering everything up? They went as far as saying that the people who seen these alleged beings, who they identify as 8 to 10 feet tall, began shooting at them as they came their way, but bullets wasn't working. So we're going to get into all that. I'm going to play bits and pieces of people on social media recalling what they seen, as well as a little bit of details that were given to us from media sources. When y'all hear the excuse they gave everyone as to why it was so much police reporting to the scene at the mall, y'all are going to realize that something way more sinister may be going on, whether we may know it or like to know it or not. Or can it just be another distraction to kick off the new year like everything else is? Who knows? But anyway, subscribe to the channel if you aren't already, and make sure you hit that thumbs up button so we can get this video into the algorithm and spread awareness on what's going on. Hey, y'all, check this video out.
It involves talk of alien sightings at Bayside Marketplace. On New Year's Day, there was a massive police response in downtown Miami. More than 50 young people armed with sticks began fighting. Police say juveniles were also setting off fireworks, causing chaos.
Now, once again, as a reminder, police reports stated that it was kids playing with sticks. Later on, we were told that those sticks seemed to be some sort of firecrackers or fireworks or something to that extent. Now, there was a witness that went viral because he claims that he was there with his girlfriend in Foot Locker and he witnessed everything going on himself. He says that he's not from Miami, but came to bring in the new year there for a short vacation for him and his girl. And before I get into the clip, I can't lie. The way he was describing it seemed like he was just making things up as he went along, which would make sense because he did another video after saying that he was lying and just trolling the situation. Now, some people believe that he was just trolling, but some people believe that he wasn't, and he must have been contacted by the government or some higher ups or whatever and was ordered to stay quiet about what he saw because mysteriously that same video that he did disappeared from his TikTok account not too long after it was uploaded, which is kind of interesting, strange at the same time. But anyway, here's what he had to say.
Down in Miami for the New Year's, you know what I'm saying? Me and my girl, I got a little timeshare, we was down there on a like a mini vacay, you know, just to mad mall. So we had Foot Locker or whatever. Next thing you know, you start hearing all this commotion outside. Sound like firecrackers or something. So, you know what I'm saying? I grabbed her close. I'm like, we about to get up out of here because I originally thought that they were shooting. You know what I'm saying? I thought, some type of gunfight had broke out, whatever the case is, because we're not familiar with Miami, we're not familiar with the city. So I'm like, damn, I ain't even got my blick, so you know what I'm saying? We about to swerve. Next thing I know, it's like crazy, like we just see all these people running, like, fat chicks, old ladies, like who I'm talking about moving, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, old people here, who I'm talking about moving. So my girl, she's like, what's going on? Like, we out, like, I'm not gonna ask no questions, we just gonna follow the crowd. Next thing you know, real like gunshots start going off. So you know what I'm saying? Like we trying to follow the crowd, get out of here. I look back, no cap, yo, no cap. I look back, it looked like a battle, but it was solid at the same time, like a few shadows, but they were solid at the same time. And it almost looked like they was coming our direction, like they was chasing us, but they was disappearing and reappearing closer. I'm like, yo, so we start really moving. Next thing you know, we start hearing more gunshots, like these dudes start firing at this shit. Get outside, mad police, all that. You know what I'm saying? The police is like trying to get all the people that ran out the mall. They like trying to detain these people, whatever. But me and my girl, we ended up just, sliding past all that and everything like that. But a lot of people saying, why didn't nobody film and all that? But that type you saying like that? Like some paranormal? Nobody thinking about no phone. You know what I'm saying? Everybody going to survival. But for real, they lying, yo. All them officers and all that, they was not there because of kids fighting. It was really some like on it, yo. So, that's what it was, yo.
Now, like I explained, that same video you just seen was removed from his TikTok account that he uploaded it to. Then it was followed up by another video stating that he was just pretty much trolling. Check this out.
Yo, how I wake up, jumping like the trap. Nah, but for real, like real shit with the dead homies, I was trolling. I ain't never even been to Miami. Yo, y'all be bugging. Yo, real shit, though, y'all stay away from the aliens and all that. Y'all be safe out there.
Now, whether you believe him about trolling or not, we may not know what truly happened because for some reason, although it was a lot of people at the mall, no one got any video recording or no one else have came forward speaking on what they really saw. But aside from the witnesses, I want to get into something else that was a bit more strange that makes things a little weird due to how the city of Miami handled everything. Now, number one, the police presence that was there tells us that it definitely was more than just kids playing with sticks or fireworks. Clearly something was taking place and that excuse is just not enough. I've seen police respond to people actually getting shot and it was less police presence than this, way less. So what made them pull up with all them police cars and they said they had a black helicopter out there? What were they actually prepared for? And number two, this is one of the things I find that a lot of these articles aren't reporting on while they were just focusing on the mall itself. But people who weren't in the mall were also affected as well, as they say mysteriously electricity was even cut off in the area of Mar-a-Lago. Then number three, subsequently, police scanners were also turned off and not available to the public as they usually are for whatever strange reason. So you have flights being canceled, very heavy police presence, police scanners being cut, power outages where they say over 61,000 homes were out of power, all for a juvenile fight in the mall with sticks or fireworks. Right? Something isn't sounding right. And like I said earlier, whether you believe there was tall beings in the mall or not, one thing I think we can all agree on is that something here just isn't adding up no matter what they say it was, right? Now here's another tweet from a person who alleges that they were a witness to the event as well. They would go on to say, quote, yes, they cut the scanners. Multiple people claim they saw 8 to 10 foot aliens or very tall zombies and it caused shoppers panic. There are now black helicopters flying and everything is blocked off. Power has also been cut in a few blocks and at the mall. Now another witness who was actually there took to Twitter to talk about what he saw and he would say, quote, I was at the Miami Mall yesterday and the government is lying. There were no kids fighting. everyone started panicking because these gray creatures were walking around. They didn't make any noises or sounds, but stared and watched you move. I tried to take a video, and then that's when it cuts off. Now, of course, Twitter with their quote-unquote fact checkers, they will place underneath that post saying, quote, "There are now verified reports that it was a fight between a group of teenagers involving firecrackers. Additionally, the event took place on January 1st, 2024. Now that's another, concerning thing because this event happened on New Year's. Somehow, some way, it all went viral yesterday, which would be the 6th. So if this happened on the 1st, why did it take 5 days later for it to become big news? What happened? Why wasn't this news on the 1st, 2nd, or 3rd? However, it went viral on the 6th. Now here's a video of a man who claims his father is a Miami police officer who's also running for sheriff currently, and his father would allege that he's not allowed to talk about what happened at the Bayside Mall. Y'all check this out.
How have I not heard about this? My dad's a police officer in Miami, and I mean, he's even running for sheriff, and I just talked to him. He didn't say anything about that. Hey, did you, have you been seeing the alien stuff? Did you see that at the Bayside? Are you serious? You're joking. You're joking. Did they tell you not to talk about it?
Now, quick recap, y'all, before we end this video. First and foremost, that video. If he is in fact a police officer, why isn't he able to talk about what he saw or what he knows? Right? If it was just juveniles, and they were just playing with fireworks or shots broke out, whatever the case may be, why isn't he able to talk about what he saw or what he knows? Right? Now, we were told that police reported to the mall because of juveniles were fighting with sticks and firecrackers, but eyewitnesses say that it wasn't kids, it was very tall beings spotted in the mall. We're told they were 8 to 10 feet tall and disappeared and reappeared, as witnesses explained. Residents say they experienced power outages as well as flights being canceled coming in and out of Miami International Airport. Police scanners were cut along with FDNY radio, and so far we haven't got any real confirmation on what actually took place. Now, there is alleged footage circulating of what people claim was one of the 8 to 10 foot beings walking outside, but to be honest with y'all, as much as I tell y'all that these things do exist, I always have to keep it real whether it goes against what I feel is true or not. The footage circulating doesn't seem like it was one of those beings. It just looked like something someone may have put together to instill fear or just go viral using CGI tricks or holograms or whatever. I could be wrong, but that's just my personal opinion. And with this situation, keep in mind that most people are so programmed to believe that these things don't exist. So even if it was true and people did see these aliens like they described, most people wouldn't even believe themselves in the first place. Right? These are one of those situations where you either had to be there yourself or you just not going for it. And I get it, because we was told our whole life that aliens don't exist, only up until probably the last 2 years where our government has done a total flip-flop and told us that they actually do. So that's the part I want y'all to take into consideration. Although we may feel a lot of this is just conspiracy theory or not even real, let's also remember that our own government have came forward and told us that aliens actually do exist on many occasions. And in fact, if you go on the CDC website, they actually tell you things and certain protocols to follow if there was ever a zombie apocalypse, which is crazy, right? Because zombies are not supposed to exist, right? So whether you believe this Miami Mall situation or not, one thing you must acknowledge is that this is a thing. And a lot of what we are being told by police aren't adding up with what they want us to believe went down. Now, also, do y'all remember what happened in May of last year when there was reports that aliens landed in someone's backyard in Las Vegas and the family stated that they seen very tall beings? The family told us that they had pictures and video, but ironically, we haven't heard from that family since, and we haven't gotten any videos or pictures. In fact, it was reports of men in black suits riding around in black unmarked cars were seen in the area of the family's home after everything happened. So once again, we haven't heard a thing about the situation since, and now we're here with this Miami situation. Now, it's a lot more on this Miami story, but I try to tread lightly about everything because when you talk about certain topics like these, Usually people's platforms are targeted for speaking about certain things and things just trying to go down. We already go through enough with this platform, so we treaded lightly and just brought the basic knowledge to the situation here for you guys to come up with your own conclusion. Now y'all jump in the comments and let me know what y'all think about this. This is definitely a huge topic right now because most people don't even know what to believe. But y'all know that confusion is how they like to keep things, and the more we're confused, the more we're left unaware of what's actually true and what's not. So y'all jump in the comments and let me know what y'all think about this. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit that bell so you're notified every time we drop new content. And remember, as long as you keep on watching, I'm going to keep on dropping. And I'm out.